so happy you joined us with a conversation between you and me. We really enjoy all of you checking us out and leaving messages. We really want to hear from you, and don't forget to subscribe. It is free, so you don't have to worry about paying anything.
No, just hit that little subscribe button.
Right, and we'd love to have you as a part of our group, because then you just automatically will get all the videos that we do. Well, today we're going to be talking about things that are kind of silly, just things that are exist in our life that we are, I don't know, I guess we always think about why do we have these things, and they're just so dumb, and so we thought we would just kind of review some of them.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm always going, I have a lot of people, including Angie, who wears hearing aids. And now there's nothing wrong with a hearing aid, but I always wonder why they never have them in. I mean, I'm always talking to somebody and I forgot my hearing aids today. But then Angie kind of has a story that kind of gives maybe a reason why they don't always put them in. So, Angie, what happened to you the other day?
It's really crazy. I was, in my apartment and had gotten dressed and everything, and I put my hearing aids in, and I started hearing like something was scratching in the walls, or and I'll tell you, I really got upset because I thought, do I have a rodent and do I have a squirrel? What is going on in the walls? Because I hear this.
And that was in every room you went into, right?
Yeah, and it just kind of followed me around, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're all over the house, all over the place. And I almost picked up the phone, to call the maintenance people, but I was sitting in a chair, and so I just moved my head like this and moved my head like that, and I had on these little Christmas bell
earrings,
and it was brushing against my sweater skirt.
Thank God.
Collar.
Good thing you didn't call the office and say, what's going on in our building?
I just couldn't believe it. I said, no, this is absolutely crazy. You walking around the place from room to room thinking you have a big problem. It's just your hearing aids. It's picking up every little stuff. It's picking up
all the, it was just scratching on your...
They were longer earrings, so I had kind of a cowl neck sweater on, and it was like... and it sounded like somebody was gnawing in the walls. Weird.
I was also wondering why, I get a lot of emails about burial insurance now and stuff. Do you guys get that?
I get that in the mail. I don't.
Oh, well, yeah. And or...
away.
Yeah. And the hearing aid thing again, you always get these little envelopes that say, it just has your name on it. So of course you're going to open it, doesn't give you, and then it tells you about all the hearing stuff that's out there. And, I don't know. It's just one of those things. But I also wonder about commercials.
Well, they are getting a little weird.
Aren't they?
Not so weird, but we're going back to the silly part, because the way they're presenting it, because I was in advertising, and I thought, you're supposed to tell what's good about the product and everything. When you get all these animations and you get all these kind of, crazy takes on the product, at the end, do you know what the product was? You just know what the commercial was.
The what's that one where they're all in pink and it's about diarrhea, to take the diarrhea pills, right? And they're all dancing around and you go, well, I guess this is kind of fun, Or I saw the other day, she says, everybody poops. And I'm going, what? What? Do you really want to see that in a commercial? I know. And then you're eating lunch or something.
Isn't there a taboo about using any of these words?
I know. And then I get jealous because I don't have to wear the pretty diapers they show for adults now out there. They're all in different colors, pretty little whatever adult diapers, and you have this underwear that now
Well,
pulls on.
well,
Just saying.
you're very informed on it.
Well, obviously I watch a lot of television. But if I need it, I know where to get it.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, it's really. I mean, you have to have the information if you need it, but it's like, it's on prime time.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it's kind of like, shall we just have this discussion of this now, or it's just crazy and just so silly. I mean, it's really silly.
And I wonder why people with major diseases have more fun.
Well, that's you always get cured on television commercials.
Yeah.
If you've got something, if you take this pill or you drink this, in the evening or whatever it happens to be, that you're going to be all smiles and wonderful, and you're going to just. And we know
that isn't true.
Yeah.
But if you take that pill, you might die. So you got to be careful about that too.
Don't read
Don't read the label.
Yeah.
Ever read the labels of what to do or not to do, because if you do, you'll never take that. At the end of the commercials, oh, you might die if you do whatever. That's all. So you go, that sounded really good to begin with.
No,
but
it's just because it's a double-edged sword.
yeah, I guess so. Which is
you're
the
going to get
worst.
cured, but at the same time,
Might
you might
kill you
just
on the
kick
way.
you off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It really is dumb. I mean, it's getting dumber and dumber. But the generations have changed, and so now marketing people are really more dynamic. I mean, they're not selling the product;
they're 2 years
selling
old.
some wonderful show.
No, I think they're just 2 years old that are doing it. I mean, they are very young people.
Yeah, really.
They don't really get old
young.
people.
Yeah.
But
Marketing's big. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and I guess that's just the way it's gonna be from now on. I don't know, but
we all have these kind of little pet peeves that we think are so stupid or so silly that, why do you waste our time on it?
Yes.
We're watching this stuff, and you say, I just can't even imagine why you're doing it. I mean, we don't need any more entertainment, just give us some information.
Which brings
and that's
me,
it.
Right, brings me to the entertainment thing. I mean, I find, as I said, I do watch a lot of television, and Angie does not. But I don't think sitcoms are as funny as they used to be. Is funny gone? I mean, have we used up all the funny in life, or is it, because everything is kind of the same. I mean, I could write, the beginning, the ending, and the middle of anything, because as you get older, you go, oh, I've seen that before. You know exactly how it's going to end.
And that's true. You do see these things, and sometimes it's such silly dialogue. I mean, I listen to it and I think, people don't normally, quip off like that, I mean, but some of the dialogue is just, you just kind of shake your head and say, why are you doing this? Who is writing this? I mean, I guess I'm ultra critical. So is Donna about, how things are written. And, we don't want them to be so, like, they're talking down to a child or something.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess a lot of people that are watching are a lot younger. I'm just saying, so that all may be true. But I do find it, I think that's why I enjoyed actually watching Breaking Bad, because though it was you have to get through several of the episodes to get to, but the acting was really, really good. And I don't think acting
a majority,
yeah, a lot of times I don't think the acting is as good as it used to be. Now, maybe that's because all of the, what do you call those, the stuff they can put in to make it interesting, all the bombs and stuff or
Oh, yeah.
whatever it is. They can blow up things and stuff, make it look real,
Well,
so
and I
they don't
always
need
thought,
to act as much.
I always thought when I was a kid, and watching, well, I was a teenager when the TVs came out.
That's still as a kid.
Yeah,
Being
a kid. Yeah,
teenager
when I
as
was
a
a
kid,
kid.
yeah.
I always wondered about, well, oh gosh, they have a whole audience there. Look at their laughing and laughing.
Oh, you
And
mean,
they were laughing at the weirdest times. It's like,
oh, that was canned laughter,
oh, I know, but I didn't know that at the time.
No, right,
I
right.
thought, well, oh, they all had audiences, just like going to the theater or something,
Yeah.
And it just, after a while, it just thought, when I knew that it was just
Canned.
silly, nothing canned, that, the whole thing changed.
But then after a while, they did have audiences,
some
they
did.
had live audiences after a bit. I don't know when that all started,
Yeah.
probably in the late 50s, 60s, maybe, right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
As time goes by.
you think, well, now, how can anybody laugh at this? Because,
Right. Right, 'cause it
what do you
wasn't
think
that
is
funny.
funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
how would you define funny?
Yeah.
Or silly, or, just something that you would be amused by. I mean, I can't even figure it out sometimes when I watch these things, that there isn't a place there where I would just really laugh out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
know,
not
Also,
going to happen.
the wonderment of it, it's like some of the shows they have on, like Pimple Popper or whatever that is. I mean, who wants to watch somebody's pimples pop? I don't know. I've got viewers, but we may have viewers too. People will go whatever.
Not only are what we're seeing or hearing silly, but the producers are thinking up silly
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, yes. Because
and
they've used everything else up. But to me, I don't want to watch somebody's pimples.
Well, they probably
pop.
have thousands and thousands of people. Well, more than thousands, probably millions
Oh,
of people
probably
that watch,
million. I know.
watch it. They got some,
My
so-
daughter-in-law likes that show. I think she's crazy. Laura, you're crazy anyhow.
I remember it was on once, and it was just getting all kind of squishy.
Yeah.
So I just turned it off. I couldn't stand. And I thought, well, why do they have this on TV?
I don't know.
What else? You start
People-
thinking about what are some of the really ultra silly, dumb things could they come up with? We should brainstorm someday.
Yeah.
But how we could
Make
uh,
it funnier.
Well,
Well,
no,
have
not
a-
necessarily funny,
well-
but just what would the subject matter be? Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Two
who would
old
ever
ladies
pick-
talking. Who'd watch that?
The big thing is that pimple popping is just
Just-
not amusing. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I don't know that it's meant to be amusing. Of course, I've never watched the show. And I don't mean pimple popper people out there. I don't mean to laugh at you, but
Well,
It is
and there was
weird
one I
that you
saw
would
one
watch
time. It was about feet. Maybe
What?
that's just
feet,
feet that needed
Oh.
to be repaired or something.
bunion people.
I don't know, but I mean, it was different feet problems.
That would be a good show.
Foot
the
problems.
Bunion people. Sorry about.
And I said, they stay up all night thinking up these
I
things.
guess
What
so.
do they do?
That is when best things come to you at night.
Is that what it is? I don't know, but it is just really weird when you turn on a new show and you went, well, and like some of these ones that are follow these people around, that it's just kind of what they're doing or whatever, or they just that they get married before they meet the person. I mean,
really?
yeah.
But see, I'm not one
So
of those.
silly.
I don't particularly like that kind of show. I mean, I feel like if they're in the bush or wherever the heck they are, or naked people running through the. I mean, I'm not going to watch that, but I guess I'm just too old.
But like
You
I
know.
say, they just said, let's come up with something really, really, well, they'll call it different.
Different.
But,
yes.
I would call it weird,
Yeah,
I call it
yeah.
weird because
But then we're the people that have our parking lot for walkers. So
Somebody said that not too long ago,
Yeah.
you know. And if you've
Because
had
we-
knee surgery or whatever, you know, you've used these things. And we, Donna and I, we went to a kind of a luncheon,
Yeah.
and on the side wall there was like 3 or 4
Oh, yeah,
walkers
whole-
parked.
Yeah,
And
oh,
that's
more
what-
than 3 or 4. There were like 7 or 8, and it's like in an alcove.
and
We got a
and this
parking
guy that was at the table, he says, "Yeah, we have a parking
for
parking
walkers.
lot for walkers." It was. I mean, we were
Yeah.
all really laughed about that.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Why do we? I mean, we're like toddlers again. Remember, we used to get. Well, my toddlers had those little walker things,
oh
you know,
yeah,
to learn
they
how
have
to
all
walk.
that cute
So
stuff.
it's a circle of life, though.
Yes.
It's like we started out with walkers and we all end up with walkers, right? I mean, that's kind of the way it goes.
But you know, when you
Something
see
to
that-
look forward to, folks.
Yeah, but when you see this, you know, you think about, well, oh my gosh, that is, you know, that is so funny when you see them, you know, because you can kind of laugh at, well, you know, at least we're getting out, and
Well,
these
this is-
people who
and
have
they-
the walkers, they're doing something.
They're doing
you know.
something, and that's how actually we laugh about it, but it is a wonderful thing.
Yes,
and you
and-
need to keep out there and keep doing
But you know,
things.
when a group of people get together, I don't care what age they are, you know, you have to kind of, you always think in terms of, you know, something silly or something that you can laugh about. You
Well,
know, because
and-
I mean, we enjoy that whole
Yes,
effort,
we-
you know, of
we-
laughing at ourselves.
Yes, and
you know?
that is true. Most people do laugh. We have more fun just laughing at ourselves, and
Right.
you know, all the conversation is about going to doctors and which doctor you saw last and who the good hip surgeon is, and
Oh.
you know, I just had that
That's
conversation.
not too funny.
No, it's not funny. It's not.
It is not.
It's serious stuff, because if you get the wrong doctor doing the wrong thing, you're in trouble.
Well, you know, the one thing that I always thought was, you know, well, weird but silly at the same time is when you get T-shirt with a great big message on it.
It says I'm 80.
No, yeah,
I got one.
you got
of
one
those
for a birthday.
I mean, do you think I'm gonna wear? I mean, I love the person that gave it to me, but I'm never wearing a shirt that says
You can wear
I'm
it.
80 and proud. I'm not.
Well,
gonna do
yeah,
that.
but you could wear it around your place. You
I
don't
could.
have to go
I
outside
could
with it.
wear. I think I gave it. I regifted it to
Oh, did you?
somebody who was turning 80, and I got a hat too. Proud and 80.
Oh,
I even have on here, but this is really pretty, and I do really love this. And you can't really. It says 80 and fabulous.
oh,
and it says-
nice. I want one.
Yeah,
It's
live, laugh,
pretty.
and love. And then it's got a little wine glass
Shut-
on it.
shut it.
Yeah, it's well. I don't know if you can actually see
Oh, it's
it.
like
but
a
it's
charm,
really, it
yeah.
really is
Isn't it
pretty.
cute?
Yeah, I really, really do love that. But I think so. I'll wear it in a bracelet, but I'm not necessarily gonna wear
But I
it
mean,
across.
really,
this-
it's
this
really
fat-
funny because every once in a while I'll think, oh, you know, maybe I should give something funny. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. Well, and I think that's
And
the intention.
I look up for, T-shirts with a
yes.
message on them.
Yeah.
And
no.
my gosh, some of the things that they have
Oh.
on these T-shirts,
Yeah.
that it's like, I mean, it has to be the young people who are wearing them because they have no regrets about any kind. I mean, they wouldn't be ashamed of wearing it.
Well, at our age, if you bring too much attention to this body, it becomes, we
No.
try not to do that so much.
I mean, I like Christmas trees
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
really pretty stuff that's,
Yeah.
seasonal.
Glitzy. I like glitzy.
Glitzy, yeah.
I wear
But I
anything
mean,
glitzy.
when you get a message on it and somebody has to stop and read you.
Yeah, right.
He has to read you.
What did you
I-
say? That's true
I
then.
just think those are so. But those people are staying up all night thinking of these things too, and they just travel from site to site. They manufacture these things so quickly. Any time or any place.
Well, everybody that has something, everybody has their. Maybe we'll have T-shirts someday. They'll say Angie and Donna between you and me or something. But we don't have them, so don't ask us. Not that you'd ask us for 'em. just in case. But something else I was thinking about kind of annoys me.
What?
Why in the 50s was every song about Sue or Susie?
Oh, Can you
Uh,
sing?
can I sing? No. But you know,
I know some, but I don't
even a
dare
boy
sing.
named Sue, Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue.
Yeah. Run around Sue.
Oh yeah. It
Uh,
must have been a real popular
Wake up,
name.
little Susie. I mean, but there's not a whole lot of Donna. Well, there is a Donna song out there.
Well, there's an Angie. I think
Is
there's
there
an
an
Angie.
Angie song?
Well, no, I don't
I don't
think
think
maybe
I
there's
ever
an
heard an
Angie
Angie
song.
song. So somebody
well.
out there could write a song for Angie.
Write me a song, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of neat, and I guess it goes along with whatever the society is doing or generations are doing.
Yeah.
And if a lot of little babies are being named Susie and they're growing up and they're all now teenagers,
Right,
in the
right.
50s, that's
But
what
you
it
don't
is.
hear Susie for a name anymore. I
I
mean, names are all like, I don't know, different, right?
Different, yes.
Wyatt. There's Wyatt and.
That's unusual.
You know, I mean, not, you know,
Well,
we had Wyatt Earp. That's the Wyatt I
Yeah.
remember.
That's kinda neat.
But it's a cute name, you know.
Yeah.
But I think just
It's not silly. I mean,
No,
there
it
are.
does-
Look at the movie stars that name their children. They
Sunshine or
yeah, a river and
or-
all
yeah,
these kind of.
yeah.
And I've seen some on the internet, and it's just absolutely
silly.
right.
Yeah, and so you got to
What
grow
were
up
they
with
doing
that
when they were
name.
naming? I mean, were they at a
Well,
party
who
or
knows?
something?
Yeah, I'm
Saying,
thinking
"No,
maybe.
let's all figure
Yeah.
out this name."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they throw
But
it out.
that's our silly conversation, I guess, for today.
Well, we
But-
really appreciate that you joined us, right?
Oh, yes, and we want you to subscribe if you can. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything, and it just helps us a little bit in some way. I'm not really sure, but
Right, and we always have fun doing this, and
yeah.
and sometimes we are silly. I mean, we're
Well, we're always silly.
yeah, we're always silly. But I mean, it's enjoyable. We can share a couple of laughs, or we can just smile.
Mhm.
And when you're watching this, and have a little fun, remember your own little cute stories, and always remember it's between you and me.